Hey guys, I'm Greg. Welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Let's go see what's in the fridge today, guys. Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Today I do appreciate you stopping by. Today's beer comes from Lost 40 Brewing. This is their Brunch Muffin. It is a blueberry lemon tart ale coming in at about 4.5%. Guys, I don't buy these 4.5%ers. If it's basically, my rule of thumb is 7 and above, because I don't session beers anymore. I don't buy beers to drink 6, 12, 18 of them to get shit-faced. I buy them for the taste, and I buy them since I can only have 2 or 3 with the ABV up into the range where I like it. So I probably, this could be a 10 beer, but I would never buy a 4.5%er. But this was sent to me by Mr. Fudge, so we're going to review it. I basically consider these under 5%ers basically like Kool-Aid. If you wanted to have 1 or 2 of them come in from what you're doing, cutting the grass, chopping wood, shoveling snow, whatever it is, you could have a couple of these and go back to doing what you were doing, because not a lot of alcohol in it, but not something that I would purchase for myself. But I do appreciate him sending it to me. Let me give it a whirl. I couldn't find it on Beer Advocate, guys. It wasn't listed there. Untapped did have it listed. And they're calling it a blueberry lemon goza beer. So it doesn't, I don't think it says that. Vanilla and lactose, lemon peel and blueberry, 4.5%. Small batch projects, and I found out that some of their small batch projects doesn't make it to Beer Advocate. So I don't know if they I don't know why it's not listed there. Surely somebody has had it, but why would it be listed under Untapped and not under Beer Advocate? So I don't understand the reasoning behind that. Let's see if there's anything else here that he has sent. He's calling it a pastry sour. And the born on date was March 21st, and the best by date is 7/21. So from what I'm seeing, Lost 40 gives 4 months shelf life to the beers, and I think 3 months is enough. So, but they're giving it an extra month there because they want to sell more beer. That's why that's done there, guys. So, and on the bottom, typical for Lost 40, it says 0321, and then underneath that it says number 1440. So they are famous for not putting the year on there. So if this thing sits on a shelf somewhere for a year, you're going to drink a beer that's 4.5% that's over a year old, because these guys refuse to put a year on their beers. Another reason I probably would not buy their beers. So, but I have got to try out a bunch of them that Mr. Fudge has sent me, but and some of them are fairly tasty, guys. I don't think any of them have been 10s, but most of them have been B beers and a few A-minuses in there. So let's see what this brings to the table. A little bit of lightweight Kool-Aid, if you will. So let's see what this brings. The commercial description: we don't have IBUs on Untapped. Brunch Muffin features robust aromas of now and later candies and blueberries that leads into wonderfully tart and lemony notes. Pastry flavors of vanilla and milk sugar add a hint of sweetness and rounds up this full-bodied pastry sour. So this is a sour, evidently, guys. So I don't know what kind of yeast that they've used, whether it's wild or lactobacillus or Brettanomyces. I don't know what yeast that they've done this beer in. So we've done talking. Let's start pouring. And I'm gonna pour fairly aggressive here, guys. get it in there and generate a little head on it. All right, brunch muffin, if you will. Finger of head. It has got a slight reddish tint to it. I was expecting with blueberries it's going to have a bluish tint to it, so it does not. Decent carbonation, a lot of bubbles, nice head pour on, not aggressive pour. Let's get it to the nose. It does have a pastry sweetness to the smell, but I'm also getting some tartness on the smell too. So to me, a lactose infused sour beer. Interesting. I'm getting some fruitiness on it, but it's not your typical fruitiness. This is more like berries, raspberries, blackberries, blueberries. It's a berry smell to me. Maybe a hint of lemon. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Mr. Fudge. A little bit of tartness there. This will be a good one if you're trying to get into maybe a sour and not having a super sour taste to it. This will be a good transitional one. Maybe it'll help me get into the sours because a lot of those makes my mouth pucker up. And that usually happens on the first sip or two, maybe three. By the time I get to the end of the beer, though, I've got accustomed to it. It's just a shock to me. And since Untapped's calling it a Goza beer, which is usually something, a good beach beer, something that has a little saltiness to it. That's a very, very easy drinking beer, guys. It is. It's not overpowering with the sour or tartness. It is kind of smooth. But, you know, ABV is at 4.5%, so it's not going to have a lot of alcohol to it. A good pool beer, a good beach beer. Excuse me, especially since it's in a can, and those places usually don't like for you to bring glass out on the beach or by the pools. So, a nice, easy drinking lawnmower type beer to me. So, let me sip on this for just a little bit, probably not a long time, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. A good transitional, low ABV lawnmower beer, guys. Not something that I would purchase, but a lot of people like to drink these lower ABV beers like this so they can drink more of them. Not something that I would buy, but glad I got to taste it. So Mr. Fudge, thank you again, sir. I do appreciate it. This will be a good one, like I said, if you're trying to get into maybe this style or something with a little more taste than a macro, and be able to session it if you so choose to, and being in a can, good pool beer, good beach beer, pack it in, pack it out, because it's in a can, nothing's going to break, and a decent beer. I mean, for what it is, it tells you on the can it's a 4.5%er and what they've used to brew it with. But one of the biggest pluses, like I said, they're putting the month and the day on there, but not the year at Lost 40, and I don't understand that. So I don't know. I mean, he's got on the side canned on 3/21/19 and 7/21/19 is their best before date. So I guess he's just assuming, unless it's got more information on the carton, I don't know. So maybe they're putting a sticker on top of the 4-pack, 6-pack. I would think this would be a 6-pack being that slow of an ABV. So, but they have a machine that's putting information on the bottom, and they're choosing not to put the year on there, and I don't like that. So anyway, decent beer. Final chug. Very, very easy drinking. No alcohol taste whatsoever. It's almost like drinking Kool-Aid or something like that to me. Very easy drinking for a sour or a Goza beer. Not a huge amount of saltiness to it, but they've done it with lactose, which gives it a little more sweetness. So B plus for me, guy, but just barely into the B plus range. 88 is where I'm going to put this one, guys. And like I told you, Beer Advocate doesn't even have it listed, and that's common on their small batch series, I guess, because I've had some other ones that were small batch that weren't listed. Untapped does have it, and they have it at 3.78, which is just barely above into their B+ range, and I agree with that. It is a well-made beer for what it is. I mean, you gotta, if you're expecting a whole lot more alcohol or anything like that, read the can. It's going to tell you what it is and what they brewed it with. So, trying to be just as honest as I can. So, if you've had this one from Lost 40 Brewing, their Brunch Muffin, Blueberry Lemon Goza beer is for Untapped, but it doesn't say Goza on the can here. It says Blueberry Lemon Tart Ale. So, tasty pastry, vanilla and lactose. I didn't get a lot of vanilla. I just got a lot of berries and just a slight hit of some tartness in there, guys. Maybe just a pinch of saltiness, not much. Your typical Goza beers have a little more saltiness to it than this one does. So, real easy drinking. So, if you've had this, let me know what you think, guys. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.